So when it comes down to predictions, I think we're both probably going to agree.
That TargA is going to take it.
Are you going to take TargA?
No, I'm going with MC.
I mean, I'm also going to go with MC in terms of my official prediction. If I was a betting man,
Yes.
I would be putting my money on MC.
If my life depended on it, I would go for it, MC.
Exactly. But TargA is he's playing some good StarCraft these days. And
if you would give me some sick odds, Ben, I wouldn't mind.
It wouldn't have to be that sick. If you gave me like 5-1, I'd probably put $10 on TargA.
Yeah.
That's worth $10.
I agree. So TargA is of course playing from Southeast Asia, so he does have a little bit of lag on the North American server. But hey, same goes for MC, and he's playing from Korea, so both these guys suffer the same amount of lag. Or, well, maybe TargA still a little bit more, because Australia is kind of far away. It's down under after all, but we'll see. I think we're going to see a pretty awesome PvZ series, man.
I want to remind everybody also to stay tuned after the, I guess what do we want to call this, the divisional broadcast?
Yes.
Because we've got the Sunday Showdown coming up basically as soon as we're done. And we're going to have Select versus Violet.
$1,500 match for the winner, $500 for the loser. We have quite a bit of fun, or we had quite a bit of fun with both those guys already. Got a little segment for you guys later as well.
Oh, we have mini segments. I've been having so much fun hanging out with those guys. Select is
it's cool. It's good stuff.
Yeah, Select is good. I went and worked out with Select last night. He's a total beast, by the way.
We have quite a bit of lag spikes right now. I'm starting to feel it as well. So it seems like TargA is suffering from it. MC said sure, but it's actually pretty bad, because like my screen even freezes every 10 to 15 seconds. So
me too.
I'm not sure why this is happening. I'm a little bit sad about it. TargA is going for 12 pool, even though he had money for a 13 pool. But this is going to starting to get really laggy, and it seems like TargA is the lagging player. Man.
I don't know what that means.
MC means
IPL Fight Club.
yes.
He says, always little lag, but it's nothing because I'm Boss Toss MC.
Not bad, MC. That's one way to deal with lag, Ben.
Man, that guy is so good at making himself lovable. TargA's like, well, I'm not the Boss Toss. I can barely move.
Yeah, but this is really worse than normally.
Yeah.
And, it's mostly TargA's connection, as it seems, because he's the only one getting the drop screen. So I'm not sure what we are going to do about it. Hopefully TargA's connection will get more stable in the near future. Of course, SKMC is our Korean Protoss, spawning on the right side of Odyssey, and TargA, our Norwegian Zerg, currently living in Australia.
He's studying in Australia, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And living the good life, man.
So he belongs to both scenes. He's a little bit European, a little bit Australian.
No, Southeast Asian scene is pretty proud of TargA, and they should. He's an awesome guy, and he's a good player.
Shout out to all the TargA fans everywhere. No matter where you're from, even if you're from California.
Yes. Well,
like us. We can be TargA fans.
Man, I was a little TargA fan in Kiev. For the people who forgot, TargA did attend the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge in Kiev. He was in a group with Roxkiss, Pommy, Mouse, Hazuops, and MMA. He did manage to beat Hazuops, which is pretty impressive, even though Hazuops wasn't super active the weeks before Kiev, but still, I mean, beating Hazuops is always impressive. And he took the first map of MMA, and in the second map he 6-pulled him with pulling drones, and he almost 2-0'd MMA, which would have meant that MMA would have been eliminated from the tournament. Which is funny, because after all, he did end up as a champion. That was so close, man.
Honestly, given those kinds of results, makes me feel like TargA is a pretty underrated player. He's shown excellent play at multiple international events. He's winning games against players that are considered better than him here at the NASL. And he's battling lag the whole way, apparently, which is really, really unfortunate.
Yeah, this is indeed starting to get a little bit unfortunate. My screen is freezing quite a bit. But what can we really do about it, Ben? Other than pray to the StarCraft gods that TargA gets a stable connection. I mean, having a little bit of lag or a little bit of delay is standard when you play cross-server, but this is almost unbearable, I think.
Yeah, it has to be especially frustrating for the players. I'm sure.
My player heart is dying, Ben.
Yeah, if we're getting spikes, then it's probably really, really frustrating for TargA.
Yeah. I'm not sure if how we could possibly let TargA know this, but of course we at the NASL do not want to play let players play under extreme amounts of lag. So if TargA would really say that this is absolutely unplayable, we could potentially pause the game, let them play it on a little later moment, and we could just cast the replays, of course not being aware of the result. But I'm not sure, Ben. What do you think we should do?
Well, because we're not referees, we can't actually message the players.
I could do that though. I'm a referee.
So maybe just ask him, hey, would you guys like to pause
shall I
and
pause the
play
game?
without us?
I'm a little bit afraid. I don't think I am a referee.
No, you're a spectator also.
I'm spectator.
Well, so be it. We will let it roll.
Well, I can pause, but I can talk. We're getting a few notes right now from our producer, so if you guys are wondering what the hell are we mumbling about, we're getting notes from our producer saying what we could potentially do. I could pause the game, but if I can talk with them, I don't really see the point.
Yeah. So, well, as it happens, things look to have been settling down a little bit. We haven't had a spike for a little while, so we're going to let it go and hope that we continue to have okay speeds. TargA is taking 3 bases against MC's Forge Expand, which is, of course, standard MC. And my next question is, what does MC do to try and punish this?
He's getting +1, so maybe we're going to see a little bit of 3 or 4 gate pressure, and there we do see those 2 additional gates being wiped in. Maybe one more MC, he does have the money for it. What's it going to be? Potentially will be one more gate.
Something we've seen MC do a lot. Now, this is Odyssey, and it has really been good for Zerg players thus far. And so, I mean, if TargA can see everything, if he finds this probe, and it looks like he will, oh man, so MC is almost certainly going to try to drop a pylon.
And this is super important, by the way, guys. I cannot emphasize enough on how important it really is when you play with these gateway pressure builds that you snipe the probes early on, because if you do that, you delay everything of the Protoss long enough, and then it's much more likely that you keep your base alive without taking too much damage. But if there are already 2 pylons up near your base, you're going to make it so easy for the Protoss to reinforce.
Lings back, TargA.
Link did finish. I mean, Speed just did just finish on the final moment. He really wanted that probe, could not get it, but he does have a sort of idea of what MC wants to do, because that probe kind of gives it a little bit away.
Yeah, TargA should have seen another probe leaving MC's natural as he had an Overlord hovering right there. But he didn't replace those Zerglings, and it's very important to keep that map control. Come on, TargA, you've seen this probe. You saw it with the Overlord, then you saw it with your Zelnaga tower. Yeah. Now he makes 12 Zerglings, so if he can deny the pylon, if he can keep MC from getting that big warping going, then he should be able to make it farther into the mid-game. But I've got to say, he's cut a lot of drones. It's only 47 drones to 48 right now.
But still, I mean, with force fields and no roach speech, it's still going to be pretty hard. I would love to see a single spine crawl over here from TargA, or maybe even 2. Ooh, TargA didn't go to the high ground. No, he will go. He actually spotted the pylon just in time, so he could pick up the probe once more. But more importantly, will he be able to force a cancel on this pylon, man? That would be so huge for TargA.
Oh, it's going to be close. Zealots are coming. The pylon takes a lot of damage. I think he's going to get it. No. Oh, what?
Well, he got it.
Standard.
Now really what MC is going to do, is he still going to try to do something with those sentries? Now he kept the sentries at home, so he's just going to do something with all these zealots, but we have a couple of roaches helping out for TargA as well. So I think TargA should be fine. He's going to end up losing quite a few links, but without sentries this is not that scary, because he can kite these zealots for days. Yeah,
roaches will have no issue dealing with these zealots. And MC knows it too. He's going to just back up after cleaning up the Zerglings. TargA immediately makes 11 drones, loving that. But MC's been doing a great job of pumping probes too, and I think he's heading out to take a 4th. He is. Not a 4th, a 3rd. That'd be pretty sick. But
White would probably do that. It's like 6-minute 3rd, 4th minute, 4th base, 10 minutes.
But I think MC's in good shape, Kev. He's going to have Immortals out against the roaches of TargA. TargA, his economy's not is not the kind of economy that scares Protoss players.
No, not yet, but we all know how quick that goes with triple hatchery. If he makes one more big round of drones, he's going to be up to 75, and that actually does scare Protoss players. So.
TargA moving out right now with some roaches. I have a hard time believing this is going to be very successful against all the force field and the limited immortal support, but immortal support nonetheless.
Yeah, well, immortal is already a world of difference, because immortals are so extremely powerful against roaches. So I do agree. TargA should actually be careful, because they are slow roaches after all. Maybe he's just going to try to pick up a few pylons, which are near the edge. He could potentially do that with his overseer.
A couple sentries and a couple zealots going to be unloaded in the main base of TargA. And that's a unfortunate time for the lag to act up, as a couple force fields do go down on that queen. She's going to be stuck. And where are TarGA's units? He doesn't have any.
Wow, that's pretty sick. Force fields right there by MC. Completely traps that queen.
Just squishes her.
Yeah, one queen will fall. The second queen taking quite a bit of damage as well. But that queen is actually going to fall as well. How many queens do we have left? Only 2 queens, and they're both in the main base right now. MC is doing a really good job with this.
A couple roaches are popping out. Those queens need to be targeting down the prism. They finally start working on it. Roaches do come back and chase away MC, but mission accomplished. MC does a little bit of damage and secures his 3rd base with that War Prism harass.
Yep, 4 more additional gates being warped in for MC, while we still see TargA suffering from lag spikes. 4 more additional gates being warped in. As I mentioned before, I started talking about lag now. I'm getting thrown off, man. This is getting really tricky.
Throws everybody off their games. We can't. Yeah, we're not gonna try to change anything at this point. But I think between games, we might ask the players if they want to play without an observer.
Yep.
And we'll just cast that replay, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more smooth for everybody.
It's sad because in the previous weeks, even though TargA of course had a little bit of delay playing from Southeast Asia, it wasn't this bad. So I don't know, man.
Maybe it's a monsoon.
It's an unfortunate.
It gets really rainy in Australia sometimes.
A monsoon.
Yeah.
I like how you just thought of that. MC is already going for 2-2 upgrades. He's double forging, and that's going to be really nice for him. Despite being down quite a bit right now in army supply, 40 even. He does have a lot of sentries with a lot of energy, so I think he's going to be fine for just a little while. What I think TargA is going to try to do is just going to max out right now as soon as possible, and then just go for a really, really big push, and try to see if he's able to break MC.
Gonna be really tough with
a little bit of multi-prong.
This is kind of cute. Good force fields by MC on the ramp there. Second prong of the attack comes down into the third base, and more perfect force fields just kind of zoning out those roaches. MC just fighting on one side. TargA still going to push the issue though. Man, MC controls this so well.
Yep. Those roaches to go wrong corner. I'm really a bit bummed out about all the lag, but let's focus on the positive things. Hopefully we can still see, the connection stabilized somehow by TargA, just magically out of nothing. We see more roaches for him on the way. MC still doesn't have a lot of supply, and he did just use a lot of force fields, and he's still down 40 supply. So if TargA is going to try to do the same thing once more and he's able to max out soon, it could still be pretty scary. But the longer MC survives, the better it's going to get for our Korean Protoss.
Yep, MC needs a couple of force fields. He does drop a Guardian shield. It looks like Blink is also done for MC. There's only one Immortal though, and that worries me. Second Immortal is in the back. He gets picked off very, very quickly.
And he's going to lose that first Immortal as well, but as you pointed out so importantly, Ben, Blink is ready right now, so that makes these Stalkers 10 times better against all these roaches. And we see right now MC taking a really big supply lead.
What is he doing? He's like walking on the roof.
Yeah, it looked like that.
What? That is so bizarre. Anyway, I have more offensive blinks from MC as I'm trying to wrap my mind around how that Stalker got up on top of that generator. TargA in full retreat right now. He's trying to build more roaches, but MC has kind of reached that massive units that TargA just can't deal with, and he is just going to GG perhaps in part because of the issues with this lag. So tough break there for TargA, and we'll talk to the players immediately and see if they want to try and play without us looking on. So
I think that would be a pretty good idea. So
that first game brought to you guys by Epson Projectors, epson.com/nothing. And to check them out because you don't need to type in anything else. That's where they are. Go to epson.com and buy a projector right now. Do it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, we're going to take a short commercial break while we try to get in touch with MC and TargA and figure out exactly how we want to approach these next couple of games. But don't go anywhere. We've got more StarCraft 2 coming from TargA MC and also from QXC and Puzzle, I believe, is our last game of the day.
Yes, that's correct. I'm excited for that one.
Smart. Cool. We'll be back.